Hello my precious little dragons, welcome back to my channel. So I'm sure you're like, wait, she's not British, so like, what's going on? Well, I'm going to tell you, obviously. I'm going to quickly transport you into the world of Rosie's travelling tea shop. So, if you haven't already watched my moving and reading vlog videos, I have parts 1 and part 2 up on my channel, up here, I believe. I never know which direction it's going to go. Anyway, so there was a few books in there, because I read quite a few up on the journey, and I was like, I really want to do book looks on these. But I already kind of gave my thoughts on the book, so it just felt weird to then do it again in quick succession if you've already watched the moving and reading vlog video, because you already know what I think. And the only difference is I haven't done the makeup look. So I decided I would just do a very quick video where I showcase different looks inspired by these books, and if you want to get my thoughts on the books, you can go watch the moving and reading vlogs if you have not already. So this is my look inspired by Rosie's travelling tea shop. Of course, in the book, she has this lovely little camper van that she turns into her travelling tea shop, and it is bright pink as a teal stripe. So, get a close up of the eye look. Oh my goodness, my lash is not staying on. Here, we'll just pretend you didn't see that and that my eyelash is like, oh my goodness, it's worse. Here, let's do a close up of this eye instead. So it's very like whimsical, romantic. I have all of the blush and just the pinks. It's soft and cute, and that was basically the whole vibe of the book. Is just so light-hearted and adorable and cute, and the romance is just adorable. So I really love that book, and if you want to get more information, go ahead and go back to that video. But this is my look for Rosie's travelling tea shop. Next! Hello. This is obviously a bit of a different look from my last one. So I'll give you one guess which book in the moving vlog this was from. I just realized I totally forgot mascara, but it's alright, you wouldn't even be able to tell. This is my look inspired by The Deep, and it does feel very alien and foreign, which I feel like emulates the book pretty well. Obviously, I don't look anything like the mermaids in the book, so it's more conceptual, but hold on. Okay, sorry, I wanted to put in my forget-me-not earrings because the whole point of Yetu is she's a historian, and her whole job is not to forget the history. Like, everyone else forgets the history, but her job is to remember, and that's kind of why she's going mad. So like, I was like, I have to wear my forget-me-not earrings. There now, it's all good. So yes, it's kind of a wet, sea, deep, slightly scary, earthy look, because the mermaids in the deep are dark, haunted, and they're very powerful, destroy world with tsunami powerful. So we're here for that wet, scary, unearthly look. I feel very scary. I hope no one stops by today. That would be bad. Smiling doesn't feel right in this look. Just get the smolder going. Close to the look. Definitely should put on mascara, but who cares? Alright, next book. Hello! So this is my book look for A Beautiful Blue Death. So that was the one. It's basically Sherlock Holmes, but not. Like amateur detective who solves mysteries. Has a doctor who's like not quite Watson, but like has the potential to be in the Victorian era. So it's like classic Sherlock. And so, because it's called A Beautiful Blue Death, I went with this blue eye look, have some sparkles, and then because, you know, at the root of all evil is money, and of course, murder for money. What else do you expect? So, there's gold underneath, because under it all is gold. With the rest of my face, obviously not the eyeshadow, because they didn't really do eyeshadow in the Victorian era for beauty standards, but everything else I kind of modeled after. So the flawless brightened complexion, you did not want any blemishes showing. Got my powdered face and just a little hint of rouge, and then they used glosses or oils for just like a slight pink red effect. So I did that and then darkened their eyebrows, because apparently it was interesting. It was like they wanted you to have very pale skin but dark hair. So they wanted kind of that Snow White-esque from the brief research I did. So they wanted your eyebrows and your eyelashes to be darkened. So obviously I just went with the lip oil blush, did my eyebrows as normal because I have like 3 eyebrow hairs naturally, so always try to make it look like I have more than that. Anyway, so that's about it. If you want to see my review of that, make sure you check out part 1 of my reading vlog. Next look. All right, this is my next book look. This is from The Overdue Life of Amy Byler by Kelly Harms, and it does look like a bit of a normal look from most of my book looks, but I had the worst trouble trying to think of like what to do with this one, because she's like a mom. She's basically trying to like rediscover herself, and she ends up in New York for a summer, kind of, which I really loved that one, and it was a lot of fun, but I had the worst time trying to figure out like what to do with that look, because it was like there's no really era to go for, and there's not a lot of like themes or specific colors I can really pull from. So I was trying to think of something like what is something that I can see a mom throwing together quickly to like look put together, but it doesn't take too long. So this was like a 10-minute makeup look, because I feel like a red lip always makes me feel confident and pulled together. And then like cream products that you can just kind of pat on, and like kind of a neutral smoky look that's fairly fast. And because Amy is a librarian, I also used my Storybook Cosmetics palette. Well, one of them. I used the Robin Hood one because it fit best with the look I wanted to do. That was what I did for this book look, and I don't know, I think it turned out pretty fun. I haven't done something really just nice and simple and fresh like this in a while. Couldn't quite cover up all my period acne, but you know, life is as life does. So, you know, I still feel pretty, so I guess that's all that matters. Next look. Hello, this is my next look. So this is from The Unexpected Mrs. Pollifax, and obviously my hat does not match my shirt, but Mrs. Pollifax wears a hat, and it has like a bright pink flower on it, which this hat has a flower and it's not bright pink obviously, but it's the closest I have. So I went with it. And so I wanted to kind of go for like a 60s look, but like I tried to look up like what was like mature women's makeup trends in the 1960s, and it basically said they stuck to like the early 1960s, which a lot of times was just matching your eyeshadow to your eye color, and then still keeping the blusher on the cheeks and kind of your matte look. And they did still use like the lighter lipstick colors, so they weren't still doing like the reds and everything, and they had still some influences from the 50s with the winged eyeliner, like the eyeliner was big. So I did kind of all of those things, and it ended up a lot darker than I thought, because I was trying to match my eye color exactly, and I was like, crap, my eyes are really dark, so this is turning into a really dark blue look. But I think I did all right at matching my eye color, so let's see if I can. It was all right. I have a weird amount of colors in my eyes, so like I couldn't match it exactly without looking a little bit weird, but I got close. That was the main thing. So like, all right, this works for me. Normally I think the eyeshadow wouldn't have been quite this dark, but she's the unexpected Mrs. Pollifax, so it's unexpected in the fact that it's much darker than I thought it would be. I just wanted just this kind of nice little look. I seriously considered doing aging makeup on myself and making myself look like I was 60, and I just didn't feel like it, so that was that. That's pretty much it. Next look. Hello, this is my next book look. So this is my look for Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. For this look, it's very much a romance book, and I wanted to kind of try and combine the colors that I thought were prominent in the book. So the first one was pink, which is often described in relation to Chloe. She wears a lot of pink clothing and has pink decorations in her apartment. And then the other one would obviously be red, which is the nickname of our other main character. I wanted to sort of try and do a sunset eye, which kind of succeeded. It ended up being more on the pink side because I don't have a lot of truly red eyeshadows, but I did also do sunset nails, so that's fun. So yes, I have the whole warm color spectrum of the pinks and the reds and the kind of an orangey glitter gloss, and So I'm actually in the middle of my new student orientation at the moment, so I'm just on my lunch break and wanted to film it. But my makeup is holding up fairly okay. I just had to powder because I was looking like Zoom makes you look a million times worse makeup wise, so I really needed to powder up, and so I didn't look like a shiny little slug on the Zoom meter. The Zoom meter. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. My brain is mush. I do love how this look turned out, and I did really like that book, even though it was, twas very graphic at some points in the sexual department, which is uncomfortable for me. I know a lot of people are fine with reading that level of stuff, but especially just uncomfortable because I listened to it with my mom. Anyway, that one is in part 2 of my moving vlog if you want to get more in depth about my thoughts on the actual book. This is just the look half. Next, hello. Today is the last book look, at least for this video. This is my look for The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. I tried to do some kind of Regency inspired base. So, you know, they were very like, you had to have a completely clear complexion, absolutely no blemishes. So I went with a little bit of a fuller foundation, but trying to still make it look skin-like. Basically, in the Regency era, they were rebelling against the extremely heavy makeup of the 1700s. You know, the beauty marks, the powder, the excessive wigs, all of that stuff. The super, super duper heavy makeup rebelled. They wanted to be natural, they wanted to kind of show your inner beauty, and that was kind of the main goal of the Regency era beauty standards, just be natural. Very Greco-Roman. They did still use rouge, that was acceptable, and it was more natural looking than like the circle placement of the 1700s, but it was just more natural looking, so you looked healthily flushed. And then they actually did use some lip tints, so I just kind of, and you wanted the tone of your blush and your lipstick to match, so I tried to use a little bit more of a berry, and then it ended up looking ridiculous, like a little bit more Baroque because I'm too pale to use an actual berry. I still didn't quite use a red tint like they would have. Stuck to a little bit more of the berry, just tapped it on. Also tapped on a little bit of a gloss. They were like melted wax base, so they did have a little bit of a sheen to them. Why am I going so in depth about the Regency era makeup? Oh, and then the eyes. So they were sometimes, it was acceptable to put on a bit of white powder on the eyes, so I kind of took that and ran with it. So obviously they didn't have the sparkles, but it is kind of a supernatural book, you know, because they're demon slayers. So I took the white base and then just added a bunch of reflex and sparkles, partially because the main character Helen can kind of or she can't see auras, but kind of with help of trinkets and alchemy. So I just wanted to have a little bit of that supernatural-esque bit to it. Overall, it's just a pretty fresh Regency look and with a little bit of the supernatural. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. This has been so much fun. I know I didn't do every single book that I read during my vlog, but I just didn't have inspiration for all of them. So I just figured it'd be nicer just to do a sort of quick little, the ones I was inspired for. If you liked this video, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, all of those YouTubery things. And I guess you can turn on the notification bell if you want to. I barely even turn on the notification bell, so I don't blame you if you don't. But I mean, if you do, that's chill. So stay tuned. I am slowly getting back into the swing of things after my move. I do have a couple videos backlogged, so you're going to see a little bit more of my old filming setup at my old home in the lower 48, and you'll see a couple of those for a few more weeks until I for sure get my filming set up, but I have been working on it, and I think I have a plan. I think. We shall see. Anyway, so that is all for now. Thank you guys so much. I love you all so much. Stay magic, keep reading, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Goodbye.